And so we're live. Okay, so yeah, when last we met, you guys did a big shopping spree at the Neverwinter Market and the livery, and got horses for everybody, including Jay got a warhorse,
She did.
Eh.
and
And
her
we didn't.
warhorse is named.
Oh, I forgot about that. Mm. Oh yeah. So I sent a picture to Discord of what it looks like without any of the armor on.
Pretty.
And its name is Snow Angel.
Snow Angel. And is it a boy or a girl? I hope it's a girl.
It's a girl.
Yeah, because that would be embarrassing if it was a guy named Snow Angel.
So you could say it's Snow Angel.
It's Snow Angel. So are these all these pictures here? Are they of your characters or what?
Oh, I was throwing up because Nimbus got that super fancy magical armor. Just
All
some
right.
variations of full plate armor. And then ultimately decided just to keep the picture that Nimbus had before and imagine the armor's just a little heavier than that.
It's a lovely horse, Jay.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Is it a he or a she?
It's a she.
And a Gussie, that is a lovely mule.
It's a lovely what?
Gussie got a mule.
Ah, right. With a cart, right?
Yeah, got a cart. And we
The
got
mule's name,
Anna, what was the name of your horse again?
Snow Angel.
the name of the mule is ear or nose, like e or nose.
All right, so you guys were done there, and you were looking at going to the Moonstone Mask for the evening, right?
Up.
yep.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, so you guys head across town. You guys are pretty close to the Moonstone Mask, so you can actually see it from where you are. So I'll pull you guys into a side view of it. And
What an interesting setup with the bridge and the songs I will be able to sing about this place.
yeah, so as I said before, it's like there's a piece of land floating in the air, and inn was is built on it. It's almost as if somebody, like a giant, plucked the inn out of the ground and it pulled up the inn by its roots, and it's hanging in the in over top of the bay, and it's connected by some rope bridges that you can move along to get to the inn itself.
All right. Do they look like they have a stable over there?
It is a rather large building, so you wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. Well, let's head on
Huh,
over and
that's
see what we
weird.
can do.
There we go. Okay, so you make your way across the rope bridges that kind of creak and sway in the wind, and you pass people as they come by you. Let's turn off the. I just wanted to turn off the clouds. So yeah, so you travel across the rope bridge and you find yourself in front of the building. There's you have your horses and your cart, and you're making quite a scene as you come across the rope bridges because people have to wait and on the other side of the bridge for your cart to come across. But you do get them across because they are very sturdy rope bridges. And then you get up to the inn itself.
Lovely. Is
So
there a
it's
stable on site?
yeah. So as soon as you approach, there's a stable hand comes out to greet you and says, "Hello, can I take your animals and stable them for you?"
By all means.
Yes, well met, sir. We stable all our animals together, and we'll. Which door do we head into to secure lodging and food for the night?
So as you can kind of see the front of the building, there's like a grand entrance that you can go up the stairs to either side, and make your way up to the top of the stairs, and underneath the sort of I don't know what you call it, but it's like this roofed area with columns on either side of it, and there's a big front door there made out of wood and reinforced with iron scroll work.
This is a gorgeous place, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks pretty upscale, that's for sure.
I hope we can afford it.
Okay, so you guys open the door, or
Yeah,
Uh,
we open the. Yeah.
Nimbus will hand the guy who leads off their horses a silver.
oh, thank you, sir. He looks a little disappointed.
Oh, okay.
You look disappointed.
I would have loved to have taken that silver piece.
Hmm.
All right, so you make your way up to the door and you open it.
We
Stand
open
there.
it
All right.
and look around.
So the
Augusta
doors.
this steps through the door and billows his cape, saying basically, "We have arrived."
Okay. Can I have a performance check?
No.
All right, so you got a 14. So yeah, you're successful. You kind of come in and bill your cape, and a few people in the entryway kind of look your way and look at you for a few minutes, and then kind of turn back and continue their conversations.
So what do we see in this having stepped through the door? Is it
Okay, so you've
like
come into a grand entryway. You see off to the side there's some desks and some patrons, and they look like they're standing there helping customers, and whatnot, and you see customers kind of moving to and fro. To your left, you see sort of a reception area with tables, and it looks like there's a servant in there serving thing. Not a reception area, but a bar to the left. There's a stairway across from the doors that goes up to the other levels. And then there's some doors that look like they're back doors for staff only. They're marked with staff only signs to your right.
Well, we have seemed to have found ourselves quite the place. What is our plan? Do we plan to just stay here tonight and then head back to Van Dalen?
I think that is the plan, is to head out first thing early in the morning
That's
and
right.
make as much distance as we can. We have a dragon to slay.
Yes, and that dragon definitely needs slaying.
But
I
we
hope
should
that in the
So,
time limit.
enjoy.
giving you a little more description of the people behind the desks, you see two women standing there in matching black dresses, wearing sort of cat's eye moonstone masks over their eyes, and the serving girl in the tavern part of it is also wearing similar, and as well as the bartender. And you start to notice that all the staff seem to be wearing this same livery, but all of the staff are women, but they're dressed, respectfully in their black dresses.
Augustus heads over to the tables on the right that seem to be sort of like the reception area and
That's actually
approaches
to the left,
one.
but yeah.
Oh, sorry, I got it backwards. Um, and approaches one of the reception, approaches one of the women working there behind the counter.
And
Good evening, fair lady. I was wondering about securing some lodging for myself and my three, three companions
Oh,
for the evening.
I hate to interrupt you, but I just deal with the drinks and the food. You'll have to go back to the lobby and talk to the reception girls.
Oh, well, thank you very much. In the meantime, could you get a round of drinks for my friends over there? For ale and for each of them and myself, and I will take care of it when I return. And Augustus heads off to the reception area as you indicated,
Okay.
and approaches somebody there. Good evening. I was directed back to this table by one of the people inside.
The
This is
person
where
that
I.
was talking to her looks at you like why you rudely just walked into their conversation and took over his person that's helping him.
Didn't know there was somebody there.
Well, you didn't ask, and I did say
I
that the
know.
people were helping people.
Did.
Indeed. Well,
I
you have to wait for a couple minutes, but yeah, you get in. And she says, "How? Welcome to the Moonstone Mask. How may I help you tonight?"
Hello, myself and my three um, companions have been adventuring and living very rough for some time. and we're looking to secure a night's lodging in your establishment, partake of a meal before we head back out into the wilds tomorrow
Oh,
morning.
excellent. That's great. I'm glad you're staying with us. We are very popular with the adventuring crowd. It seems that most adventurers, when they come into Neverwinter, stay with us, and I'm glad that you could take the time to see us as well.
As are we.
Yes. What
So,
are your options?
would you like individual rooms, or are some of you staying together, or do you want one large room?
So that's what the options are? What are the costs for each of those rooms? An
Each room
individual room or
Each room will cost you 16 gold pieces a night, and the large common room will cost you 20 gold pieces for a night.
How many beds does that have?
It doesn't have beds per se, but it does have a large floor area where you can roll out your mats. It is well acquainted.
and does the room come
Sorry, no, no. I'm gonna take that out. It's just not working for me. No, there is no common room.
okay. um Augustus looks confused.
Okay.
With Jay, if Jay wants to share.
Hello,
Hello. So it's
Jay.
just
Are you there?
individual.
Anna?
He's not in the he's not in the foundry.
Mm, there she is.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, she's trying to talk. We're not hearing her.
Can you
Uh,
hear me?
we can.
Okay.
Okay. So, Jay, would you like to share a room with me tonight, or do you want your own room?
I can share a room.
Okay.
All right, Gussie, it's you and I then.
Sounds good. We will take two rooms. And are the rooms um do the rooms come with a meal as well, or is that additional?
That will be additional. Our rooms, our meals, sorry, average around 10 gold pieces per night.
Alright. Do we pay you for all of that, or do we pay for the meals inside?
You pay for the meals inside. We have a dining room that's a formal dining room that's through. Uh, she indicates to a passage on the right side. Through there, and we have our rooms are upstairs, and we have the common tavern room to the left.
Oh, right. So,
Did she say
um,
16 gold a night for it?
10.
yes,
No,
60.
16 gold a night for a room, and 10 for a meal.
Right. Okay.
so Nimbus will put 3 platinum and 2 gold down.
Okay, so
But we're
that's
not
enough
paying.
for 4 rooms.
That's 2 rooms.
Yeah, I'm bad at math.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Nimbus. And thank
She
you,
gives you two
Sir.
keys and snaps her fingers, and a porter comes over to grab your luggage and stuff.
Mm.
Well, I think since we're in a kind of a fancy place, does the room have its own bath or is it a common bath?
Each room has its own separate bath.
Lovely. I'm going to head up to the room and I'm going to have a bath. And then I'm going to come down and eat and drink.
Are we going to meet in the formal dining area or the more common tavern area?
I
Well,
think
I
we've
would.
deserved it. Our blood, sweat, and tears. We deserve to treat ourselves.
Alright, so perhaps in an hour we shall meet down in the formal dining area.
Okay.
Augustus heads up the stairs to his room, and he will give a gold piece to the um to
The porter.
the he will give no. I'm looking here, seeing what things are worth. He will give 3 silver to the porter.
Okay.
Nimbus will give 2 more silver to the porter.
Notice the
The,
elves don't tip.
he thanks you very much and leaves the room.
Augustus will, during this hour, bathe and relax a little bit, um, and will also change into his costume. Spot.
Pretty good
Is that the
costume.
banana costume?
Yes. Changes into his yeah, it's closed. It says closed costume.
So Nimbus sees Augustus futzing around with his costume, and will go to the door and look out the door and see if he sees any of the ladies, the masked ladies.
Yeah, there's one coming down the hall right now carrying some towels and things.
Excuse me, madam. I have a
Yes,
dwarven
sir.
friend here. I have a dwarven friend here who does not have a noble's clothes. Can we have a tailor fetched, please?
Absolutely. And she curtsies and continues on her way.
And we do not have time for uh, a proper uh, like a commission of clothing made. We only have time for some very basic alterations.
Absolutely. And she continues.
Nimbus will go back into the room. Jesse, don't bother with that. Let's get you something nice.
Augustus doesn't know what to say. It's just so he's very overwhelmed in Brooklyn.
Is that
Far
because
by
Nimbus is trying to control him?
This is by far and away the fanciest place I've ever stayed in. How about you, Jay?
Yeah, that
Yes,
actually
it is.
the rooms are gorgeous. They're all the wood is like elven craftsmanship, and it's ornate, and you see like it has stories carved into it in stories of elves hunting and dancing and frolicking and basically carrying on like wood nymphs. But you know, you see this carrying out throughout this sort of theme throughout the furnishings, but they're beautiful, and the everything's very ornate, and there's like four poster beds and real feather beds and pillows and down comforters, and everything's clean and stark, and or not stark, but everything's foldly nicely, and everything's like in its place, and you go into the bathrooms, and the bathrooms are even more impressive. They have what looks to be gold handled faucets, and a huge tub inlay that is inlaid in jade and other precious stones, that is already steaming with magically heated water.
Ooh.
I need to go to the washroom super bad. I can't hold it any longer.
Okay, well, oh, is your room as good as ours is? I'm just gonna head to the bath right now.
It is excellent.
I have got to get me some of these magically heated water things.
Yes, and I think I strip my clothes off. I don't even take time to put anything away. I strip my clothes off and I'm in that tub, and oh, I'm just groaning with pleasure from this warm, warm water.
You hop into the tub, and it is like the perfect temperature. It's not too hot, but it's hot enough to you can feel it in your muscles, relaxing knots you didn't even know you had, and you feel the dirt of the road just melting off your skin and falling away. The the bath is truly luxurious, and there's oils and soaps all of different uh, different
And
scents. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah.
I'm
oh
back.
man,
Welcome back.
this is
Nim-
just heaven.
Nimbus, I wonder if we're ever gonna get um Jay and Yvette out of here. Not to mention, you might have a little difficulty getting me out of here tomorrow morning.
Oh,
I'll admit I could get used to this at least for a while.
yeah,
I mean, it's nothing compared to a fine ocean worthy vessel, but it is still something.
something. So
Um,
Jay sits in there for 30 minutes,
I bet.
or a Jay, yeah, Yvette sits in there for 30 minutes, and then drains the tub and cleans it out. Says, "Okay, Jay, it's your turn."
During the
I could
30
have
minutes,
stayed in there for another 3 hours, but I'll give you your turn.
when throughout those 30 minutes, Jay keeps knocking on the door.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna
um,
take half of the time, Jay, and then you can have it.
I assume,
Sorry,
Gusty,
my
you're having a
phone
bath.
turned off, so I didn't get to finish what I was saying.
what were you saying? Knocking on the door.
I was knocking on the door, and when Yvette comes out, Jay is on the floor staring at the ceiling.
Doing?
um, so when Jay is in having her bath, Nimbus would like to knock on their door and ask Yvette. Yvette, can you give me those wonderful fixings that we that Jay salvaged from Sturker's saddle?
Great. Yes. Let me just get them from my backpack. And here they are.
Thank you so much. I'm going to arrange for someone to come by with a few pieces of clothing. Um, if you would like to have some fine dress clothes, they will be on me.
Oh, I want some dress clothes.
Yes, I wouldn't mind some dress clothes as well.
And Nimbus will go down. I assume we went up to like a second floor or something.
Yeah, you guys actually went up to probably the third floor. There's 5 floors in total.
Okay. Nimbus will work his way down and go up to the to the to the boys working the uh the valet,
Yeah,
and call over the boy that took our horses.
yeah, he's there. He comes
I'm
over and
just
just kind of looks around and
I'm assuming he's young, like am I wrong?
yeah,
You there? Um,
yes,
I would.
sir.
Yes. Do you have a leather worker or something in the in the stables?
Yeah, my pod takes care of most of our leather working.
Okay, well that's excellent. Please take these things, and I would like them affixed by your paw to the war horse's tackle.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Here is here is 2 gold for you for doing this, and here is 5 gold for your paw.
Oh wow, thanks, sir. And he runs away and carrying the medallions, and he accidentally drops one and picks it up and looks over his shoulder to see if you're watching, and then hurries along towards the stable.
Then Nimbus will head back in and assume that it's getting close to his time to have a bath.
Okay. When you get back to the room, there's a man, like basically at the door, about to knock. He's wearing a finely tailored suit,
Oh,
but not like a modern suit.
right.
Like a we're talking like a medieval suit.
But like medieval, like business wear or something.
Was that?
Like medieval business wear as opposed to
That's
like a
right.
dress suit.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Um. Oh, there. That is my room, and I think you're probably looking for me.
I am the tailor.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming.
You are
Um,
welcome.
I have a dwarven friend in there. I think he's probably just finishing up his bath, and he owns no clothes of fine quality. And I'm told that you will be able to provide such a thing. We don't have time for anything personally tailored. We only have time for adjustments. Is that going to be a problem?
We do have a boutique downstairs that he can choose from. It's on the second floor.
Excellent. That will do well. And if he needs any adjustments, we can
We
find
can do them. It would just take us a few hours to complete the adjustments. There would be a cost, of course.
Yes, of course. Well, I think then what we will probably do is we will acquire some clothing and as close to well fitting as we possibly can for this evening. And perhaps we can swing by later in the evening to have some measurements. Would the clothing be ready for tomorrow morning then?
Provided we have something suitable to fit all of your party members, then yes, we should be able to accommodate it.
Fine, fine. That is pleasing. So thank you very much. Uh, we, where can we find you later?
Uh, well, I can take your measurements now and lay out some pieces that perhaps are within your size range.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I will be fine because I have this amazing armor. But yes, please come and measure my dwarven friend, and then we have two elven ladies next door.
He says, perhaps, what are those things called that go over top of your armor? Like they're like a banner. They don't have
Oh, yeah.
sleeves. Your Nimbus is wearing one.
Right. Like, is it a pennant or something?
Yeah.
What are they called? Yeah, that thing.
He says that thing.
Okay, so I have this nice, fancy, schmancy, sparkly, shiny armor, but my old pennant and stuff or I don't have that yet. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I wouldn't think you'd even have
Oh,
it.
okay. Yeah. Yes. Some dressings for my armor if you have them. That would be excellent.
We do have some bolts of fabric that I think you would find pleasing.
I am a sailor and I love the water, so I am partial to blue.
We have several bolts that I think that you will find suitable.
Excellent, great. All right, come in, measure my dwarf.
And you, sir.
And me.
He comes in and very quickly and expertly measures you. He doesn't write down a single number. He just quickly measures your inseams and your outer seams and round your parts and before long he thanks you for your time and says that in perhaps after your supper that you'd like to come and join us to try on the clothes.
Yes, I think that would be. Um, I will check with my friends. I think they were perhaps hoping to wear their clothes for our supper.
I don't think that'll be possible, sir. They'll need to be adjusted.
All right, then we will do what we can then.
Very well, sir. We will see you in an hour to an hour and a half.
Thank you.
And at
And
that, he bows and goes across the room and knocks on Jay and or across the hall and knocks on Jay and Yvette's room.
did he measure my dwarf?
Yep.
Did my dwarf have to stand up in the tub naked?
No. I assume the dwarf put at least a towel on or something, right?
Probably a billowing cape.
Okay, bye.
All right.
I'm covered.
So there's a knock on your door, Yvette and Jay.
Oh, you must be the tailor.
Yes, madam. The gentleman across the hall arranged for me to take your measurements.
And
And may I do so?
you certainly may.
And he quickly and expertly takes your measurements. Again, taking down no numbers, and uh, uh, moves over to Jay and says, "Madam, if I may."
Am I supposed to say something?
He's holding the tape measure up like he wants to measure you. But he just said, "Madam, if I may."
I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
Want me
Well,
to measure?
ma'am, you could just say yes or no.
No, I was talking to the DM, not the tailor. The DM.
Oh. It's a way of asking you if for your permission to touch you.
Oh, okay. I say exactly
Some of
what
the
you just said.
measurements are a
Okay.
little intimate.
So he very quickly takes your measurements, thanks you both for your time, and says that he'll have some outfits for you to try within the next hour or two.
Oh,
All right.
so we don't get to wear them for supper? We don't have new outfits for supper?
No, but we'll have them later.
Okay.
Like maybe they'll be dancing or something. I know my elves can dance up and make a fool of themselves.
All
So
right.
Gustavus puts on his entertaining costume for supper.
His circus costume,
Oh yeah, it's probably a what do you
clown
call them?
suit.
Master of ceremonies.
It's a clown suit.
It says it's typically meant for entertaining.
Clown suits are entertaining.
Well, you were a what were you? You were a sword swallower and fire breather and all that stuff, right?
I believe so. I'm trying to remember my backstory.
I thought that's why you're a blade bard.
Just trying to.
She's trying to remember her motivation. Give her a moment.
Didn't you like juggle gnomish hook hammers?
It doesn't say. It just was what. It just says I was in the circus. But yes, Augustus puts on his, you know, he has a choice of either wearing very worn adventure gear or his entertaining costume. So he chooses to wear his entertaining costume with his cloak of billowing.
It probably shows off his chest hair.
But before I go downstairs, I cast Prestidigitation, which cleans my cloak of billowing and makes it quite fancy.
All
Ooh.
right. It practically gleams when it's done. All right. So you make your way downstairs for supper.
As I'm making my way downstairs, I also cast Prestidigitation on Nimbus's armor and any of the clothes that Jay and Yvette are wearing as well.
Actually, Nimbus's armor is clean because he just got it from the armorer.
That's right. Okay, I
Yeah.
don't bother.
But Yvette's and Jay's armor could probably be cleaned.
Mhm.
It is cleaned.
You can even make them smell nice.
Mhm.
I do that too.
Cute.
Okay, so you guys make your way downstairs. You go down the hall to formal sort of entryway where you see people sort of standing around at like these standing tables and having drinks, and looking like they're waiting their turn to go into the formal dining room for their turn. Everybody's dressed in their finest. The room is quite fancy with art and statues adorn the walls, and there's ladies in their black dresses and their moonstone masks carrying trays of drinks and moving amongst the people and giving out refreshments and whatnot. And as you come in, there's a man at the front that has a little crushed velvet rope that goes across the entranceway to the main dining area, and he pulls it across and says, "You four, you're to be expected. A table has been reserved for you."
Augustus looks around at his companions and goes, "Ooh, they have already heard of us. Thank you. Please, lead the way."
Well, it might be, Augustus, that you announced at the gate that you were performing.
I actually don't remember having said that. I
You
remember
did. We were
kind of.
talking to the guard there, and you,
Oh yes,
yeah.
yes. Sorry, I was not thinking of that gate to the city. I was thinking of the gate to the building. So yes, 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 I did. Well, lead on. And as I step into the room, I again below my cape.
Very nice. So you follow the man through the restaurant, and people kind of watch, and as you kind of come by, they kind of hush and watch you go through. And there's a table that's kind of set aside from the rest of the uh, patronage, and it's just kind of off to the side and up on a little bit of a raised dais, and there's a table there, and as you approach, there's nobody sitting there or anything like that. But can I get a perception roll just to get you guys to do something?
Everyone?
Yeah.
Perception, perception. I also have to roll since I rolled that.
Okay. So
Wow, Nimbus.
yeah, so Nimbus, like, you notice right away. Some of the other people don't notice. Jay, you notice, and so does Gustavus. Oh no, Gustavus, you don't notice. But although the table, when you're walking towards it, looks very well appointed. You know, there's a tablecloth just like everybody else, and there's like the all that sort of stuff. As you get closer, you start to notice that the furniture is more beat up. Like it's scratched
Oh,
and gouged here and there, and there's holes in the upholstery where there's been slices and whatnot. And the gentleman says, "Feel free to sit where you like," and issues you to the table.
Oh, look at these chairs.
Thank you, sir.
Augustus is still kind of looking around and trying to make some eye contact with other people in the restaurant and that sort of thing. So he doesn't really notice, but he does pick a chair and sit down and is a little surprised when he gets a sliver in his leg.
Yeah, like the all the plates and cutlery are all like the same as what everybody else has and all that stuff. It's just that the upholstery and stuff like that looks like it's been poked holes in it here and there and gouged and looks like it's in need of renovation.
Is
Jay,
anybody
think of.
looking at us?
Sorry, Jay, go ahead.
Is anybody looking at us?
Yeah, there's a few people looking at you. Not everybody's looking at you, but you know, there's a few people that are talking and looking at you and look like they might be speculating on who you.
Okay.
We got this table with such poor um, setting on it. I am tempted to call back the head waiter and make my displeasure known.
Now. It's quite all right. Think of it this way. We are the rough and tumble in this place. It's it's a compliment.
You,
Augustus pulls the slipper
Um,
out of his leg.
as Nimbus, as you're sitting down, you hear a tearing sound from behind you as your armor snags on the upholstery of the chair.
Right.
Oh no!
I hope we don't have to pay for that.
I think that we
Why do you think we're in these chairs?
I don't know.
were not fancy dressed.
I'm protesting.
We are the rough and tumble.
I am slightly inclined to agree with Jay and Yvette that perhaps this would not make do if it weren't for the fact that I can see there are other people still waiting to actually get in, and I'm hungry. So
And that,
I say,
as if by magic, a one of the ladies in black comes up to the table and says, and bows, curtsies deeply to the table and says, "Good evening. I am to be your server. How may I be of assistance?"
well, to begin with, I think we definitely need a round of ale, and you might as well bring a pitcher so we can fill our glasses ourselves. And what is on your menu for today?
Tonight we have a variety of dishes prepared. She lists off some game hen, uh, you know, a steak of some sort, and a fish meal. All come with various sides and hors d'oeuvres and side dishes and whatnot. It's kind of like an experience where you like at a wedding where you pick your protein and the rest is kind of dictated. You don't have a lot of choice in the other stuff, but the protein is you do have some choice over.
And I assume that this is a this is going to like be a banquet. Like, are the drinks included?
Yes, they are.
Uh,
Well, as a dwarf who spent most of his childhood living in caves and rocks, I have to say that seafood was not something I got to eat very often. So I shall have the seafood, provided it is a large enough portion for someone stocky as myself.
She nods her head in understanding and moves her gaze to Nimbus.
well, I love everything about the sea, so the seafood sounds great to this guy as well.
And she nods and looks at Yvette.
Side is Yvette a vegetarian? Are elves vegetarian generally?
No.
No? Okay. Then I am going to have a steak and I want it barely medium rare.
And she nods, and then she looks at Jay.
I would also like a steak.
And how would you like it prepared, madam?
Mm.
Medium, Anna?
Maybe.
Probably medium to medium well, I would think.
Okay.
When in doubt, you could always say, as the chef prefers.
Okay. As the chef prefers.
Very well, madam.
Ooh, that is super fancy sounding.
And with that, she smiles and turns and curtsies as she leaves and is away to fetch your drinks.
Yeah, Yvette, you can't be vegetarian. You remember eating all the baby deers?
And the moose and the boar?
Yeah, we had way more moose than was it a moose? Whatever
Yeah,
it was that we ate way too much of.
yeah. All right, so
I don't think I ever want to eat moose again.
she comes back very quickly with a pitcher and four mugs of ale.
So Augustus stands and addresses his friends around, but he does it in a pseudo loud voice so that, you know, he wants other people to hear it but not be super loud, right? And he
Sure.
just says, a toast! A toast the to my faithful companions who have been beside me through epic battles. We we succeeded in getting the dragon slaying sword from the burrows. We have conquered the challenges of the gnome lands. We have dealt with all sorts of creatures, large and small, who attempted to stop us in our quest. Yet, from bandits to um to Anks and orcs and ogres, it has been quite the adventures, my friends, and I cannot think of any people more deserving of an evening of good food and entertainment as we prepare to head off to our next great adventure. To you!
Can I have a performance roll?
And my
And you
capability.
can have it with advantage
Okay,
because
skip.
you actually did a real good speech. Oh, look at that! You knock it out of the park. There's actually a one lady accidentally starts clapping at the end of your speech. She's so caught up in it, and then embarrassedly like kind of puts her hands away and goes back to her food.
I look over at her, smile and wink.
Thank you, Gustavus, for that lovely toast. And I raise my mug and clank it, clank, 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 clank,
Clank, clank.
Clank.
and
Augustus, take. Sorry,
No, Jay
continue.
doesn't clank.
I do. Clank 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 clank
Smash!
And if
Your mug breaks.
clank.
and if this is the last decent meal that we eat before we perish, going to slay the mighty dragon, then let it be worthy of us.
You hear some
yes,
gasps from around at some of the people listening, and they hear dragon. They're going to fight a dragon.
Augustus swills down in one or two gulps most of his glass of ale and then says to his friends, while we wait, perhaps a song. Jay, which of our adventures would you like me to remind us all of?
The one where we um all almost died.
Oh, yes, it is. It starts out, and Augustus picks up his wondrous lute and strums, a bit of a melodic sound.
All
And
right.
so the adventurers headed out to help
Performance,
Falcon.
please.
Okay.
and I get out my flute just to provide a little backup.
Performance, please.
Well,
Falcon,
wouldn't she just be helping?
Falcon,
Oh yeah, I suppose she would be helping,
Falcon.
but yeah, you
They both nailed it anyway.
yeah, you guys do pretty soon you have the attention of the entire room, and um, the funnily enough, your food doesn't even come while you're performing or anything like that. Like it seems the staff knows to let you do your little thing before they start bringing you food.
So I wrap up the 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 and then I was dead, and Nimbus was dead, and Luna was dead. We were all dead. And then in came the elves. Save the day. And that wraps up that.
Nimbus will bang on the table along with them semi-rhythmically, but not with very particularly good rhythm, and try to whistle, but he can't whistle, so it's all.
Jay, well, just swing her head back and forth.
Shaking it, going, these people are embarrassing.
No, not like that.
Augustus then fills up all the glasses again, including his own, which he basically almost empties at the end of the song.
Okay, so in the interest of time, I'm gonna speed us up through the meal here. Enough be said. You basically, as you finish your song, your serving girl comes up with your hors d'oeuvres to start with. They're delicious and varied. There's a platter with just enough to give you guys a little bit of a taste, and then Augustivus, you think of another song and basically tear into another tirade, which people seem to be receptive to hearing about and enjoy, and they even clap and although it's reserved clapping, it's not like at a bar, but it's appreciative. And the night kind of goes on, and you have several phases to the meal, like courses to the meal. They're all delicious and immaculately prepared. It's probably the best meal that you've ever had in your life. It's brought to you, and it seems that whenever you want more ale, your server is there to provide it, and it seems like you have no wants. And after about an hour and a half, you're done your meal, and you're feeling sated and quite happy.
A toast to the serving staff for
Actually, make
their
that 2
amazing
hours. You
job.
guys are done in about 2 hours.
Okay.
So
Oh,
we have to
I'm
go see this tailor, right?
Yes, we have to go and see the tailor.
And then we
Can
go
I?
back to the bar.
Yes. Can I square up the bill, please, madam?
Certainly. That'll be 40 gold pieces for your meals this evening.
And he'll give her 2 platinum and 20 gold.
Thank you. With that, she kind of wisps away
And
and...
he'll put in another 5 gold too.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And she curtsies deeply and is gone into the night.
Well, folks, we have a tailor. A date with a tailor.
Meet the tailor so that we can get back to drinking.
Yep. So you guys make your way to the tailor, and he is on the second floor, so you have to go upstairs one floor, and there's a boutique kind of doorway into a large, not a large, but a fairly sizable clothing boutique there. And there's several not hangers, but rolling hangers, like with the poles that go across that you can hang clothes on and just kind of move them around.
Oh yes,
So
racks.
yeah, racks, that's it. Yeah, clothing racks. So there's several there, and they seem to be divided in half, and it seems that there's four groups of clothing. So it looks like one group for each of the member of the party.
We here.
these are lovely, says Augustus as he starts kind of looking through the racks.
So
So,
the tailor actually says, "Sir, this is your rack over here," and he ushers you to the last rack where there's some smaller statured clothing that's a little bit, you know, more stout looking, and you find basically three outfits, all immaculately tailored and whatnot. One of them is actually an adventurer's outfit, but like a high end adventurer's outfit, and the other two are two examples of like courtier type attire, something that you would see a nobleman wearing.
These look like they were made for me. Oh, quite lovely. So, Augustus starts out by taking the nobleman's attire, and I guess he tries it on.
Okay, well there's some booths to the side with curtains that you can draw across for privacy, where you can try things on. As you make your way into the booth, he asks, "Sir, would you require any assistance getting into your clothes?"
That would be much appreciated.
And so he comes into the booth with you and basically helps you get undressed and unbuckled from your adventurer's gear and stuff like that, and dressed up into the new noble's clothes, which feels so weird on you because they're like made out of silk and that sort of thing. And so you're used to wearing your coarse, sturdy adventurer's gear, and this is, you know, flowing robes and and the sort of stuff. So it's quite different.
Augustus steps out of the change area to show his friends, and he says, and he's kind of, you know, working the runway kind of idea. And he
And
says,
there's a
"Well,
few
what do you?"
mirrors that you can see, and you looking in a mirror, you'd think that it was tailored for you, but but
It's,
yeah.
it certainly fits me properly, and I have to say, I like the feel of it, although it takes some getting used to. But is it too much? Do you think it's too much? He asks his friends.
nothing
The
is too
tailor
much, Gussie.
the tailor comes over
That
and
looks fine, sir. But what have you done with our bar?
yeah, the he smiles at you graciously and starts measure or poking and pinning little pieces of fabric here and there on your things where before you thought it fit just perfectly. You see after he's pinned it, it it fits your body as if it was like made for it. And it's probably the best piece of clothing that you've ever worn.
To say, Gussie, you look fantastic.
Never better.
I feel fantastic.
You look beautiful.
And Augustus looks at the tailor and without even asking a price says, "I'll take it."
The tailor nods.
You
And
said you said there were three outfits. So there was a nobleman's outfit and then two kind of adventuring outfits?
No, the other way around.
Oh, two fancy outfits and one adventuring outfit. I think I'll
So
try on the adventuring outfit now.
Okay.
And I'm going to assume it just fits as good and it's as lovely and
Yeah, pretty
everything.
much. It's but he still comes in and pins it here and there, and it seems to fall nicer after he does that.
My other adventuring clothes have been through an adventure or two, so it might be good to have an extra set. I'll take it.
Okay. And the other suit, would you be interested in trying it as well?
I think I think these two are what I will be able to take away with me today. As much as it would be lovely to try it on, I'm afraid that's just tempting fate.
All right.
Jay, do you want to go next?
Sure.
All right. So Jay, he has actually 6 outfits picked out. Or sorry, 5 outfits picked out for you.
Gosh.
He has 2 sort of nobleman pantsuits. So these have divided not skirts, but it's kind of like pants, but they're a little baggier, a little more formal, nicer. Um,
I can't
they allow
visualize.
what?
I
There's
can't
lots
visualize
of
what
them.
that is.
It's just think of kind of like um, that's the word I'm looking for. They're baggier than jeans or tights are, obviously, but they're not cinched at the ankle, and
Oh,
they're made out of like silks and stuff like that, which you've never worn silk before, but silk is feels like almost like uh, liquid fabric in your hands that just kind of pours out of your hand. Like really expensive silk really feels quite magical, and so your whole outfit feels magical. And the divided skirts seem to allow you to move freely in them as well. But he does have he has 2 dresses as well,
oh yes.
which one he has like a fancier, not a ball gown, but something that you could wear in public, but it has more ruffles underneath it and stuff like that. Then he has more of a form-fitting dress, and then he has another sort of pantsuit, but this one's more of a divided skirt. So it's quite wide at the bottom, and then it gets tighter towards the hips. But it billows and twirls in the with your movement in a very pleasing way.
Okay, so like a mermaid skirt.
Maybe, but divided. So you know what I mean by divided skirts?
No.
So take a skirt and put your legs in it and sew between your legs, and then cut where you sewed so that you make it into pants.
Oh, I see.
That's divided skirts.
I'm looking at it and then okay, so does the second one have a divided skirt or was it the first one?
The second one was more of a divided skirt.
Okay, then I want the first one.
So the pantsuit.
No, the first dress.
Oh, the first dress, the one with the ruffles underneath.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was your character's favorite color again?
Uh, let's do it in white.
What?
She doesn't really have a favorite color.
Well, this skirt happens to be the color of a forest green. It's a rich jade green that is quite beautiful.
I dropped a picture in Discord. Does that green one suit it?
Yeah, that'll work.
That
Yep.
That will look so lovely on Snow Angel.
All right.
Oh, I think I found Gussie's.
So when you guys are done, I'm not going to go over everybody else's. Basically, you get the idea. He has some.
Yeah.
He has one outfit that's a practical choice for you. Although the practical choice is of quite high quality as
So more
compared
than a
to,
normal adventurer's.
yeah. So each adventurer's outfit will cost you 5 gold pieces, and the fine clothes that you buy, each outfit will cost you 20 gold pieces.
So Nimbus will not let anyone pay until, and will tell everyone to take the adventurers' clothes if they like them, and 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 a dress clothes.
What Yvette says.
Nimbus, you are more than more than generous,
Okay.
and it shall be remembered in song.
Yeah. It has. I can't even remember the last time I wore anything that looked remotely like a dress.
And he will tip the tailor 10 gold.
All right. So
So
let's figure that out. That's is
It's
everybody take?
110.
Okay. So 110 gold.
Oh, assuming everyone is taking the nice adventure gear.
Yeah.
I took clothes fine when I went into the equipment,
Yeah, you can put clothes fine. That works.
and then is that is and then does does that represent the nobleman's clothes or the
Yeah.
fancy clothes?
Yeah.
And then and then clothes common for the
Travelers.
okay.
Travelers.
Okay.
Yeah, so I assume we're just gonna discard our old clothes, most likely. You don't
He
have to,
he
but
offers to take them if you don't want them anymore.
Keep these for. I'm gonna keep mine because they're good for traveling still, and
you have really
Oh,
nice traveling
you
clothes.
got to keep in mind, like, think of the damage that you've taken.
oh, okay.
Every time you've taken damage, you've poked a hole in your clothes.
Well, here,
oh.
take these rags. That really is all they are good for.
So, Mom, you want to just leave your traveler's clothes there because it'll represent your new traveler's clothes, and add clothes fine.
Okay.
And Jay, you want to add close fine and close traveler, and get rid of your close common.
Okay. This might take me a minute.
You can have two. 2 whole minutes.
And I assume Gussie's gonna still keep you're still gonna keep your costume clothes, right?
Absolutely.
So what clothes am I adding again?
You're adding fine, and close traveler.
I went to Cobb's Bakery and I bought some cinnamon roll scones that are absolutely delicious.
Why are you telling me this? You're so mean.
Just so that I can gloat.
So, you guys are all kitted up with new clothes, and it's now approximately about an hour later. So it's about 8 p.m. What would you guys like to do?
Perfect time to head to the bar or to the tavern.
Do they
Augustus also heads over to the tavern part and orders a round of drinks for everybody. Not in the whole bar, but just of the group.
Okay.
What does that cost?
Uh,
Next round is on me.
it costs. Hold on. That I.
like get 4 mugs, or are you getting a gallon?
It costs you two silver pieces per flask or tankard.
Okay.
Well, Gussie, now that we have our nice traveling clothes and we've had a good clean and our bellies are full, are you going to play for everyone?
So Augustus sort of continues the same type of thing he was doing in the other room, asking people what songs they want to sing. He does some songs of our adventures, but he also asks people um, of starting with his group, but then sometimes going outside of it if I get successful performance roles, um, to um, what songs or legends they would like to hear of and stuff. There's a lot of Kate billowing.
Well, Gussie, I'd like to hear a song about that great journey, great, very successful journey that we made up down the river towards Neverwinter.
That becomes a bit of a fun kind of comedy type song. It's known as the sailor who couldn't canoe. Ew, ew. That's how it goes. Um, the other thing Augustus is kind of keeping an eye out for is if anybody in the bar is perhaps taking part in any games of chance or that sort of thing.
Can the sailor canoe? He cannot.
I like this
Yeah,
canoeing.
there's there's people gambling and whatnot in the bar. Would you like to play?
I would. Gustavus sings a few songs, gets a few people's attention, drinks some more wine or ale or different alcoholic beverages, and then asks if he can join in one of these games of chance.
Yep, they let you sit.
If Nimbus sees anyone playing any dice, he'll nudge a vet and nod towards the dice.
Can you hear that? What was
So
that, Trevor?
I said, if Nimbus sees anyone playing with dice, then he'll nudge Yvette and like draw her
Right.
attention towards people playing
Yeah.
dice.
I was just going to say that I would be looking for a dice game.
all right. So let's see. Let's do contested D20 rolls. Does anybody have proficiency with dice? I.e., they have like a dice kit,
I have dice set.
right? That gives them proficiency, does it not, Trevor? So you get a +2 on your roll,
Okay.
3
right?
plus 3.
Oh,
Correct.
+3. Oh yeah, right. +3 proficiency.
Okay, so I am rolling. What am I rolling again? Oh, D20.
+3.
So, one of the things about Augustus's character is his flaw is that he can't walk away from a sure bet, and they're all sure bets. So I don't know if that kind of would give him disadvantage um, during
Mom,
this sort of thing.
you didn't roll it +3.
Do I roll a +3 as well?
No, like that's what we told you is you have to roll D20 +3.
D20. And I just do a plus sign
Yeah,
and add 3
+3.
and then roll.
Yeah. So you got a 15. Okay. So you didn't win that round.
What did I
Uh,
lose?
how am I gonna play this? I'm trying to play it like poker, but where you winner takes it all.
Just eliminate,
What?
eliminate whoever did worst. Like poker, you get eliminated along the way.
Oh, okay. So what if two people did the worst?
Yeah, you turf them both. I don't
I'll
know.
turf them both. Okay, so re-roll again with +3, Mom.
Again with +3. D20 plus 3.
Got to beat an 11.
I beat an 11.
Is Gussie in on the dice game?
I didn't think so. I didn't.
She rolled an 8 last time.
Oh, was she playing?
I'm playing some game of chance. It could be this one, it could be a different one. So you do what you're doing with that, and then you can talk to me.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't lose out of this one. Somebody else got eliminated. So roll again, Mom.
Oh,
Yep.
oh my! Oh,
I got my ass kicked that time.
he
Yeah.
rolled pretty high.
Yeah, you got eliminated. So you lost 1 gold. That was what I decided was the kitty for it, but I'll go to Augustivus now, and we're gonna do the same thing basically. And anybody else who wants to get in on it can get on it too. And we have to decide what the ante is. So 1 gold again, or do you want to do 5 gold, or 10 gold, or 100 gold?
Oh my!
So Augustus
You basically
is
win the
flawed.
pot, right? So there's going to be 6 people playing, and whoever and winner takes all.
Um, so Augustus flaw is that he can't walk away from a sure bet, and they're all sure bets. So I don't know if that's you would think that's like rolling with some sort of disadvantage, or
No, I leave
No,
that
it's
to you to role play. You can
okay.
decide. You can decide what your common sense is, right? Like you decide how flawed your character is.
and Nimbus will, knowing Gussie, just keep an eye on if Gussie's getting out of hand.
I'm in
Uh,
again.
it,
This might be the first time you've ever seen him gamble, though.
yeah. The only person who would really know about this would be Jay from our time
Oh,
in
And Jay doesn't
the
talk to us
circus.
anymore.
I'm here.
But you're not saying anything, monkey.
It's because you guys are doing like the gambling thingy.
you
Do
want to
And I'm
gamble
not
too?
gambling. No.
So
Okay.
Augustus will put in whatever amount of money the rest of the people put in.
Uh, they kind of all look to you to start.
2 gold.
All right, so they all put in 2 gold. Who's all playing in this?
Yvette?
And Nimbus?
Nope.
Okay, so there's 4 other people at the table with you.
Okay,
All right, everybody roll. And Augustus, do you have a dice set?
I do not.
So you can't roll with advantage.
Nope.
Or not advantage, sorry, you can't roll with +3.
Right.
Am I the lowest?
Nope. Actually, one of my guys is the lowest with a 2.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Ah,
So
Woot! So
everybody
that's
can
what the
roll
rest of us.
again.
Gussie, you dodged a bullet on that one. Oh my!
Looks like you're eliminated, Carla.
Yep, I'm definitely. Well, I got one more. Got one more round in me, and then
Okay, but just hold on a sec. You took off the 2 gold, right?
uh, I took off the 1 gold from the previous one, and I'm taking off the 2 gold right now.
Okay, perfect. All right, Leah,
Look,
so you can roll again.
Gussie throttled you on that one. Yvette.
Well,
So
Woot,
it looks
woot,
like
woot.
one of mine's gone.
Looking good, looking good.
Okay, you got to beat a 14. Uh-oh.
Don't beat any.
You're eliminated.
Oh,
All
ugh,
right, round 3. Who's in?
well, I'm gonna go again.
Augustus is in.
Okay. What's the ante?
Well, I already lost 2 gold, so I need to get those back. So clearly, then it's
Plus a
gonna be
profit.
4 gold. 4
That's right.
gold.
That's right. Okay, so 4 gold. Everybody's putting in 4 gold. Mom, Carla.
Hello? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, are you putting in 4 gold?
I am.
Okay. Everybody roll d20, and Mom, remember you get +3.
+3, yeah. Oh.
All right. So one of my guys gets eliminated.
4 gold. 4 gold.
All right. So you guys got to beat a 10. Oh no, I got 20. You got to beat a 20. I got a 2, so I think the 2 gets eliminated, right? Did you roll,
Yep,
Leah?
I thought I rolled. I thought I
I
did,
rolled.
but I.
Oh.
Whoa, how are you doing that?
I don't know how they did.
None.
Not a number.
Oh, is that what that means?
All right. So you got an 8. One of my guys gets eliminated.
Ha 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 ha! I'm so lucky.
Uh-oh.
And Mom.
And here we go.
Ooh.
All right. So one of my guys gets eliminated.
Yep. Ooh, it's a 14. That's beatable.
Oh, by that. That's weird.
Just by the
Come on,
skin of my
Gussie.
teeth.
Yeah, look at that.
It didn't come up. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
There.
Yeah. All right. So I get eliminated. So it's between Carla and Leah. Oh, somebody's getting the pool.
Okay. Okay, Gussie. My turn
Oh.
for the big
Oh, she
kahuna.
can beat it.
Not with that roll.
Oh, but she could beat it.
So Leah, you win 6 times 4, 24 gold.
Now
Awesome.
I want because you go in gold.
Yeah.
You didn't realize that when you gamble, you can win
Yeah.
and also lose.
All right. So we want to
Just
do
add
round
your
4.
hand.
Yes. I'm playing this time.
Clearly, 4 is the magic number. I'm in for 4 gold.
Okay.
Me
Well,
So
too.
everybody's in
Wowsy.
for 4.
Yep.
All right. So I'm rolling for 3 people. Everybody can roll after they see my dice.
KK.
oh, that you guys are good. Probably.
I needed last time.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
All right, Gussie, you and one of my guys are eliminated
2 people are eliminated.
because you tied.
Alright, I'm down 4 gold. Augustivus says, I want back in double or nothing.
Uh-oh.
You guys have to get better than a 6. Yeah,
I
looks
did.
like you did.
Oh no!
Oh no, Jay, you're out.
Two double eliminations. This is a fast game.
All right, Mom, it's between you and the last guy. Ready, set,
Go with it.
beat it to 19.
And if
Oh,
you
19.
if you tie, both of you are eliminated, and the house gets on.
Uh-oh.
Be good to me.
Wah,
Uh,
wah,
Uh,
wah.
wah, wah, wah.
I don't
Yep.
know if that doesn't look like Lady Luck is with you tonight.
Yeah, I think that's enough for me. Clearly, it's not on my side, so I'm gonna stop before I get any further behind.
Okay, round 5.
Not really.
Absolutely. There's no way Gustavus is going to leave on a losing streak.
A winning streak, you mean?
Guess you're ahead.
Okay, so what's the ante?
10 gold.
10 gold. Okay,
Oh wait, I haven't got rid of 4 gold yet.
you gotta do it. Okay, you have to get better than a 2.
Okay. I think that should be easy.
Oh, Jay is playing.
Yeah. Oh, Jay, you're playing?
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
All right, you've got.
Okay, you gotta get better than a 2, maybe? Yeah, better than a
Be-
2.
be- beginner's luck for you.
Beat a 2.
I just keep getting 14.
Alright, this time you have to beat a 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, you both beat a 2. This time you have to beat a 2.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
Double elimination. Okay, Anna, you versus the house.
Oh.
Beat a
Okay.
13.
Oh no.
oh,
How much did I
Oh, you lost 10 gold pieces.
I never agreed on that.
Yeah, that was what the ante was.
Giving it half.
No, you're not. You're taking 10 off.
I mean, she could try to get away with that, but I don't know if she wants to, have Jay get beat up by the bouncers.
That was the ante that your auntie put up. Ha!
All right, everyone. I think we've all lost enough this evening.
Yeah, that's enough for me.
All
But
right.
Gustavus is
Round
not going to
6.
want to walk away having just lost. 10 gold!
No, not 10 gold.
All right.
Jay, does Gussie do this all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Got to beat a 2. Woo, just.
Squeaks by.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
All right. You got to beat a 6.
Fine.
Okay.
You did? Oh, you're in 2, Anna? You can't start now. Oh, yeah, you did. Okay.
No, I.
It's fine. You're eliminated.
Double
Okay,
eliminated.
I'm
Double
stopping
eliminated.
here.
Okay.
I lost 23 gold and I'm not doing it anymore.
Beat a 1.
Woot.
She did.
Okay. Beat. Uh.
6.
Yeah, 6.
Oh,
No.
Uh,
No.
Oh,
Round 7.
all right, Gussie. Back to the room.
No. Can't end things off this way.
All you're gonna do is increase your loss. Actually, I think right about now you're pretty close to breaking even. You could call that a win.
Not a win. Breaking even is not a win. A win is winning. 10 gold.
All right, beat a 6.
beat
See,
him.
Nimbus, it's gonna be fine.
Nimbus whispers to Yvette, if you
Beat
would
a
be so
2.
kind, if you would be so kind while Gussie is so enthralled with his game, to lift his coin purse.
All right, you did.
I'm good.
All right. Beat a 7.
Just like
All
in the
it takes.
beginning, you're
All it takes.
oh.
Beat a 6. Ooh, nice.
yes.
See, it's coming around. My luck is coming
Is,
around.
Beat a 14.
is Yvette gonna lift his coin purse?
Oh.
So close, so
Oh.
close.
So I reach over and very quietly
All right, can I have a sleight of hand roll?
stick my fingers in Gussie's pocket.
All right, you successfully lift Gussie's pocket purse.
And I'm going to just take out most of the money and I'm going to leave 25 gold in there. And I put the rest back
All right.
and slide it back into her pocket. Another sleight of hand?
Yeah, that'd be right. What's your passive perception, Gussie?
I don't know how to tell that. My perception is +2,
Uh,
and it's a wisdom of 12.
on the left side of your character sheet, you have a box that says senses.
Oh, yes. My passive perception is a 12.
All right, he doesn't notice you put the purse back on him. Round 8.
Getting behind here. I'm gonna have to do more to catch up. 15!
Anybody ever talk to you about gambling?
So does Gussie realize when he pulls out 15 gold, he's only got 10 left?
Can I have a perception roll? You have to beat a 5, by the way. Yeah, you notice that your purse is significantly lighter.
So I've noticed it, but I'm in the middle of a game, so
Fair
you
enough.
know
There you go.
I
You
gotta
got to beat
finish
at
it up.
5. Double elimination. Round 9.
Okay, so wait, so I've lost 15 more gold here. So I have 10 gold left. So at this point, I'm just like 10 gold, because,
Okay.
if I can beat these people who I now think have stolen from me, if I can win back all my money, that's enough.
All right. So you got to beat 7, 6. Sorry.
Oh
Oh.
Well, Augustivus, that seems to be a sign from the heavens themselves that your gambling is done for the evening.
Augustus stands up, pushes his chair back very aggressively, and looks around the table saying, I had a much heavier coin purse when I was in here. Someone has stolen from me while I was in this game.
Now,
What
now,
sort of establishment is this?
now, Augustivus, no one likes a sore loser. Everyone feels like they've been stolen from when they have lost at gambling. Let's go back up to the room.
Can I roll like he's like lying to me, right?
Insight.
So
Actually, yeah.
insight.
Can I get a deception roll and B an insight roll? Ooh, nice deception. And not a good enough insight. So yeah, it does suck that that well, you don't have to believe him, but because nobody can make you feel anything or do anything in D&D. So,
Mm,
but he does has presented a pretty convincing argument that gambling doesn't pay.
well, perhaps I have consumed more ale than I thought I had, and maybe I didn't bring as much money downstairs with thought I.
Entirely possible.
Oh,
Entirely possible.
I don't know. I don't think anybody else heard Gussie finish off that sentence with a song.
Yeah, nobody heard that.
nope.
A song.
There it is.
Do we have balconies or anything like from our
Yeah,
rooms? Well, a song is an excellent idea. Let's go back to our room. You can play us a song, and we can sit on the balcony and enjoy a a high end wine together before we turn in for the night. How does that sound to you all?
A nightcap, yes. In our own room, which is a upscale room. So yes, absolutely.
Nimbus will see if he sees one of the ladies around and ask if she could bring a what do they call it? A high end wine. The,
yeah. Uh,
A
uh,
flagon.
or like a port or something.
fine. Oh, the fine wine,
Yep,
as
fine
opposed
wine.
to the
Sure,
common wine.
sure. What's the price for fine wine?
10.
Silver,
Gold.
10 gold. Oh, for a
Yep.
bottle of fine wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here it'll cost you 15.
Okay.
Augustus follows behind, still kind of muttering under his breath about how things had been going so well, and then the dice were against him, and how could it be, and it just doesn't make any sense, and blah blah blah.
So once we're safely back in the room, Nimbus will say, Yvette, would you like to return Augustus's money? Thank you so much for saving him from himself.
Yes, we wanted to protect you, so I lifted your purse, Gustavus, and I took out all but 25 gold because we didn't want you losing everything you had. And the way things are going was looking like that might have been a possibility.
So, Gussie, look at this. You, in
Gussie, round
fact,
10?
Gussie, you in fact walked away from the table with no gold, and now you have like 100 or more, 200 maybe. You just won.
Big time.
Augustus kind of aggressively takes back his coin purse from Yvette and kind of tucks it in his shirt and takes a swig of the wine, but is not amused. Maybe deep down inside he appreciates it, but right now he's not acting amused. I can't believe he stole from me.
Didn't really steal.
I'm a
I just,
grown up.
yeah,
I'm not 7.
yeah, but sometimes we all need a little hand.
Just, Gussie, just enjoy your wine and your wealth. Again,
He's
Yvette.
sort of sulking.
Again, Yvette, thank you for doing that, and so skillfully.
Well, it's good to stay in practice.
All right. So you guys have your nightcap, and then after, what, a half an hour, you go to bed?
Sure.
All right. So it's about 11:30, and you're finally in bed. And yeah, the beds are luxurious, warm, and soft. You know, like sleeping on a cloud. And you guys have probably the best sleep that you've ever had in this game.
Oh man, this is so nice.
Feel free to level up your characters.
Level up.
Woo!
Level up.
How do I level up again?
Manage levels under,
Manage levels. Okay.
and then I'm just waiting for mine to load. So
Level 6.
level 7.
Natural Explorer. You're particularly familiar with one type of natural environment and are adept at traveling and surviving in such regions. Choose a level 6 option. Arctic, coast, desert, grassland, mountain, swamp, underdark. I
So
think
you
I
get
should
to choose.
grassland because it's kind of like the prairie.
Or you could be forest because you are a a wood elf, aren't you?
Yes, but I am, but there is no forest.
What?
There is no forest.
Well, not right here, right now, but
Oh, I do have it in forest. I have forest.
oh, you already have it in forest.
Yeah, and then grass.
Oh, this is a new. Okay, so then you're gonna take grassland as your other one.
Yeah,
Is
and
there
then
is there mountains?
yeah.
Because you guys are gonna go to the Ice Spire Peak, right? Which is in the mountains.
Oh yeah. But what would it help me with?
What does it say again?
It says you are particularly familiar with one type of natural environment and are adept at traveling and surviving in such regions.
I think it gives you advantage on all your survival rolls while in that type of environment.
Okay, then I'll do mountain.
Okay,
And for the next one, there's favorite enemy. At 6th level, you have a significant experience studying, tracking, hunting, and even talking to a certain type of enemy.
that's right. So you get to choose another enemy. Like your one type of enemy is your dragon, right? Is your dragons. You already have that as your favorite enemy. So you get to choose another favorite enemy now. Like you could choose orc, and you'd be able to speak orc, or you could choose something else like manticores or um,
Oh yeah, I've never even actually read your natural explorer ability. It's quite good. You get twice as much food if you're in that area. Foraging, you can't get lost except by magical means. Difficult terrain doesn't slow your group.
What
Um,
type of beast is a orc?
it's an orc.
But it doesn't say orc. It says like beasts, celestials, constructs, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, giants, humanoids, monstrosities, oozes, plants, undead.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
they're a humanoid.
Okay, so
I see what I'm taking for my spell. That's a no-brainer.
Okay, so if you select Jay, if you select humanoid, you don't just select humanoid. You have to pick two particular types of humanoid. So you
yeah,
might choose humanoid orc, and then humanoid something else that's humanoid.
I don't know what to do for that one.
Okay, just a second.
You could choose, I don't know, goblins,
I,
or
I could choose elves and humans.
you could be an elf and human hunter.
Yeah, but I am an elf.
Yeah, you could help hunt your fellow elves down and eat them.
No, that's a cannibal.
So some of the other ones that stand out are gnolls. Um, Boy, you think they'd give us a better list than just looking at the monster manual and reducing it to humanoids? Because you get a lot, like nobles, which I don't think she can probably choose.
That's awesome though.
Like merfolk,
I think I should do gnomes.
goblins.
I think I should do gnomes.
Gnolls. Okay.
But I want to also be able to speak orc.
Can you speak the language if you pick a favorite enemy?
Hmm?
When you gain this feature, you also learn one language of your choice that is spoken by your favorite enemies. Wow, look at that. So yeah, you could pick orc to add to your languages.
Up.
And you're
And it,
taking orcs and gnolls?
Yep.
Right on.
Now I have to do the hit dice thingy.
yep.
How do I do it?
Uh, just roll it on the dice roller. You're a D. What is it? D10.
Yeah, she's a D10.
Okay.
Do better than a
I,
one this time.
after rolling ones 5 in a row, I think I should get a different number
It wasn't 5 in a row, but it was like 2 or 3.
I'm over exaggerating. Okay, I'm gonna press click 3, 2, 1. 2!
Oh no.
Oh.
Well, at least you have a decent con.
Yeah, you get your con bonus on there, sweetie.
Our ranger is so squishy.
How do I
Actually,
say?
no. So now that 2 you have to put in, you have to add on your character sheet. Um, Here, actually, just let me do it. I'll just do it for you.
Are you leveling up, dear?
Yes. I get to pick a spell. I think the one I should pick is going back. It's a cantrip
How do I save the thing that
called
I did?
Compel the DM.
Oh, yeah. Maybe don't take that one.
Compel the
It's in
DM.
my list.
Is it actually a spell called Compel the DM?
Yes.
What
It's
does it
the
say?
homebrew one I wrote.
Oh,
It's the homebrew I
It's
wrote. Well, go ahead, read it, huh?
it's in my list. It
you
says
can't have that one.
your DM, no matter where they may be, must make a wisdom saving throw that they automatically fail anyhow. On a failed save, which they did, the DM is affected by this spell. Roll a 1d20. If you roll a natural 20, the affected DM must give your party whatever it was you were asking for. Specifically, if it was a Fildriana's Tiger Caravan, although they are only required to give you a rare or better, they are not compelled to give you better than a rare, unless they are feeling generous or they're drunk. Mostly they do it because they had a good chuckle and you're worth it, and they can be absolved of all the guilt they hold inside for killing of slime manure.
How do I save my thingy?
It's in my list. I don't see why I can't take it.
Because it's homebrew, dear.
Why is it in my list?
Because it's one of my homebrew. So because we're in the same party thing, it shows up.
All right. I think you're done. Oh no, you have to pick spells, Anna.
If only I got this 9.
Anna,
Yep.
you have to pick spell. How many spells? You have to pick. Uh,
So if you open her spells under her character management under class, uh, close the one that says prepared spells and open the one that says known spells, and it'll show you prepared spells. It'll probably say like 8 out of 9 or something like that.
no.
Okay, hold on. 6th level. Oh no, her spells don't change.
Oh, okay.
6th level.
Da 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 da.
My ability this level was called Thunderous Strike,
Cool.
and whenever I deal lightning damage to a large or smaller creature, so like a horse or smaller, I can push it away from me up to 10 feet.
Okay.
And what did you get, Augustus?
I'm gonna take. I got a spell.
But I
I'm
mean,
gonna.
besides yourself.
I got hit points.
So at
think
6th level, you got one of your Bard College features, and you got Counter Charm.
where do you see that?
Well, I'm looking at the Bard entry, but you will see it if you look under class features, and you scroll down to the bottom. You'll see the ones that say 6th level. They're the ones you just got.
On my character sheet?
Are,
No, on the anvil.
Oh, I see.
and so you got Counter Charm. You gain the
Yes.
ability to use musical notes or words of power to disrupt mind-influencing effects. As an action, you can start a performance that lasts until the end of your next turn. During that time, you and any friendly creatures within 30 feet have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. A creature must be able to hear you to gain this benefit. And the other thing you got
Was an extra
was
attack.
Yeah.
oh, that's right, her extra attack. Yeah, that's really good. So now you and Jay are attacking twice.
Yay, Jay!
I get to attack twice.
What?
When do I get to attack twice?
Um, you only get to attack twice, really, as a rule, if you are 2-weapon fighting.
If I'm 2 weapons fighting.
Yes,
Okay.
so if you fight with both daggers.
Okay. So I upped my stealth. I now am at +10 and I have advantage. And I upped my thieves' tools and I'm now at +7 instead of +3 or +4.
How do I save the things that I've done on here?
I didn't do anything. I
You
just,
you don't have to save them, monkey. They just auto save.
yeah.
But then how do I get out of it?
Press the. You know where the anvil was? There should be like a page there. Click on the page.
Trevor,
Yes, dear.
can you come here, or are you still doing your character?
No, I'll come there in just a second. So, Mom, I was trying to figure out what you were saying is what you got this level, and what you got was expertise. So you
Yes.
chose 2 skills,
Yeah.
and you basically gained double proficiency with those skills, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty good. So
Yeah.
you
But-
got a what plus in your thieves tools now?
Mhm.
Like you've got a +6. Plus your dex, which is going to be like +4, right?
How does she only have 3 expertises? Shouldn't she have 4 expertises in total? Oh, thieves' tool is an expertise as well.
She can also expertise thieves tools. That's the difference between bards and rogues. Is bards can't expertise thieves tools.
Yeah, but she did expertise it, and it's not showing it.
Oh,
She should have a
Okay.
10 in it.
yes, absolutely. Let me just look why that didn't.
Because that's her custom one.
Oh, so it's just a little confused.
I don't understand. I'm sorry.
You don't have to.
Okay.
So were you able to?
Yeah, I just set it to expertise, and now
Perfect.
it's good. Yeah,
So she
There
has
you
like
go.
a 10 in stealth,
and a 10 in thieves' tools. Yeah.
and she has advantage if the stealth is sound based.
Yeah.
And she has those magical boots. She's
Oh,
like just super sneaky.
Yeah, that's why she has the sound based advantage, is because of her boots of elfenkind. Okay, so I will be having to gain I will be gaining, I think, one spell. It won't be ground shattering, but I'm going to come and go and help Leah.
Yep.
How come I get advantage in stealth and not in thieves' tools?
Oh, because your boots of elven kind.
Ah, okay. Oh, right. Okay. I didn't realize I could click on it to see it. Thompson's Way.
Shane, Trevor says I have to tell you that I'm rolling my hit dice now.
Okay.
What is she rolling her hit dice for?
Roll better than me.
Yep, she did.
Did way better than me.
Yeah, she got a lucky roll on that one.
So,
Just like that number 7 now. The
so
24? I
What's that?
am finished leveling my character.
Excellent. All right. Everybody's done.
everybody's done.
I just got to prepare one more spell, but yeah, other than that, we're good to go.
All right. So you wake up in the morning, and everything's bright and shiny.
You're going to have to do some imports, eh?
And
Yeah. Well, there's probably we got another half an hour.
The only functional difference is going to be the only functional difference is going to be the one spell that both Leah and I learned, I think, and a mom's expertise. So if that comes into play, we could just acknowledge it.
Right.
Wow, it like sunrise.
Oh, it's cold today.
it is very cold.
It's minus
I'll.
minus 2.8 degrees Celsius in Faerun, and there's moderate freezing rain.
Yeah. I vote
Oh
we stay
man.
in bed.
Oh my goodness. This is not fun traveling weather. Do we have rain slickers and ponchos and stuff?
Nope.
Should we get them? I think we should. And a heavy cloak. I don't have a really warm cloak. Want to find out.
Are we going to take any negative effects for this critting that we should go shopping first, or do you want to make it that complicated?
Well, we should probably do something about it, I guess. But we can do that quickly. You guys still have that $1,000 gold piece chit, don't you?
No, I converted that to gold.
Oh, how?
I
No,
just did.
I
I
think
put it in.
we had to use it when buying the armor, basically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good place to have used it. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just gonna. I need to stop by the market because I'm gonna buy a blanket.
You don't have a blanket? Don't you
I
have a
don't know.
bedroll?
Why? No, it doesn't say I have a bedroll.
Shane, I'm preparing
Oh,
Revivify.
sector.
You're preparing what? Sorry.
Revivify.
Ah, nice.
Okay,
Just in
so
case.
bedroll. I can't believe I didn't notice that I didn't have that.
Yeah. You've been had some cold nights.
Her and Jay have snuggled up or something.
Okay.
Jay's like, go get your own bedroll now.
She's been snuggling up with Luna, maybe. That's why she smells like dog.
So can I just do that now, or do I need to go to the market?
Yeah, we'll just say we stop at the market and grab the bedroll. You can just say whatever it cost is.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's 1 gold piece and blanket. And the blanket is half a gold piece.
I don't think
Otherwise.
you're gonna find a puff jacket.
No.
No, I'm
You
talking to Jay.
Oh.
we do have the tents and stuff now, so it's probably been a bit warmer since we got those.
Yeah.
I've typed blanket into manage equipment and nothing comes. Oh, there it is. I'm so blind. Is there other codes? Like, I have a cloak. But, like,
Try typing in winter. I think there is a winter outfit or something.
Roots of Winterlands. That's what happens when you type in winter.
Wrapped up in my blanket.
Actually, you know who's doing good? I think Jay is the one who is the best of us because she has her armor of cold resistance.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
forgot
nice.
about that. So I don't need no blanket.
Of cold what?
Her magical armor is resistance to cold, so it'll keep her warm.
My cloak maybe looks really good when it billows, but when I wrap it around me, it's quite nice as well.
Oh, my game is glitching so bad.
All right. So you guys start to make your way back south along the trail, the coastal trail. And Jay, do you want to
Nice.
I know. I will. When I
refresh?
yeah, I have to stage again.
Okay. There you go. Thank you. All right. So yeah, you make your way across the or down south along the coast, along the
On our beautiful, nice new horses.
yep, on your clippity clops. And yeah, it's nice. This time you're not your feet aren't sore and but your bum is sore. You guys aren't used to riding horses, so yeah, your legs by the end of the day are are not happy, but your feet are happy.
Well, I get off a couple of times to
You
walk.
guys got feed, right?
We
Yeah.
did. We got a bunch of it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we've got 10, I think.
I think we got 20 days.
Okay.
For each horse or for one
No,
horse?
it's
Altogether.
total. So
All right. So yeah, it takes you like it's gonna take you guys probably 2 days to get there. 2 full days of travel to get back down to Fandalen on your horses. But this is quite a well-traveled road, as opposed to the Tribord Trail, which you guys have been doing a lot of traveling on as well. That's the trail that goes to Conanberry and that farm where you found Big Al and his lot. Um, that particular trail is just a trail. It's like a wagon trail. This is an actual road that you guys follow. That's an established road, and you see other people traveling on it throughout the day, and you see guards. You know, probably twice a day you see guards traveling on it, so you don't get accosted on it on your and there's no survival role needed. You can just follow the road the whole way. And there's when you get halfway there, you get I think it's called Helm's Hold. Is about halfway there.
and do we?
Augustus loves the fact that he's driving this cart and he can do it with one hand and kind of play his lute or his pan flute leaned up against the seat. So there's singing, that old favorite, the sailor who can't canoe. Gustavus sings that one a lot. Kind of like
I think he's poking fun at you again.
That's okay. I quite enjoy the "What can the sailor who can't canoe do" song.
All right.
What do you do with a drunken sailor?
So yeah, you're
So can we feed the? Is there enough grass and stuff that we can feed the horses?
no. You still have to supplement them when you're traveling. They don't have enough time to graze, so they do chew up the grass where they're at, but it's not enough to really keep them uh, uh, and enough calories for the amount of traveling that you're doing. So yeah, you give them some feed, so they'll each take a day's worth of feed, and then if you guys want to try to do some hunting, you can.
Yeah,
Jay?
I'm gonna do some hunting.
Up, 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 up,
Are you gonna
up,
come?
up,
Are you
So
coming, Jay?
up.
Yeah. Should Yvette, you should help Jay because
Yeah.
Jay pulls double food from. I think this is one of her
yep,
terrains. Is that right?
yep. This is plains.
Didn't work out.
Well, and you she'd have you know
I'm
Guidance.
helping you.
Velker.
Okay, add a 1d4 to that.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
So you've got a 13. So you do find enough food to feed for you guys after it's doubled. But that's it for today. You don't get any like extras. So
Cool. Perfect. No waste.
exactly.
Build up a nice big fire.
and you guys are basically actually camping basically right by the Dragon Burrow.
Oh,
Oh.
right
Okay.
where we were before. So again, I have picked some wild onions and various flavorful herbs to stuff in,
Sure.
rub the meat or stuff in with the meat, and we have a campfire feast.
Do you remember the good old days, Jay, when we were just over there falling in holes with spikes?
That's another one of my favorite songs. The sailor who fell in the.
All right. So night goes by uneventfully. The next morning, you guys get up and travel some more towards Van Dalen until finally, towards the end of your day, you pull into Van Dalen.
Ah, we are, well, kind of home.
I suppose if anything feels like home, this might, but
Well,
not particularly.
temporarily, anyway.
Oh, right, all the heads on the walls.
Home base, at least.
There's going to be an awful lot of bandit heads on these walls.
Shall we? What time of day is it?
Towards the evening.
It is about 5 p.m.
Oh, okay. Well, are we going to stay at the
Shall
inn?
we? Probably. We should maybe let um Harbinger know that we dealt with the problem at the lodge.
and
Collect our.
and the Dragon Burrow. We
I
haven't
think
informed him of much.
the payment for the manse was supposed to come from Falcon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which was the shoes.
Okay. Right. But we haven't received anything for the borrow.
And the borrow was was it just to get the sword?
I don't know. Let's read the thing. I don't know where that the mission board is.
It's under the running the adventure and then Fandalen
The
quests.
dragon
Yes.
Seth's is not the first to threaten this region. Between here and Neverwinter lies the borrow mound of a warrior whose magical dragon-slaying sword helped fell a green dragon terrorizing the high road a century ago. Rumor has it that the dragon slayer sword is buried there too. Retrieve it and let the sword be its own reward. Oh, so it was its own reward.
All right. So I don't think we have anything to turn in that we haven't already been credited for.
Yeah.
We may want to ask. I'm not sure who, but we might want to ask someone any information they might have on the best way to approach whatever the wherever the place the dragon is.
Sure. But right now
Well,
you guys are tired and you got all your horses and cart and everything like that. Maybe you guys want to go to the inn?
Yes, the inn and stables.
Yes, we can do some reconnoitering tomorrow after we brush the dust of the road off of our feet.
Okay,
We
so
can probably
you guys make
we
your
could
way
probably
up.
get information at the inn.
Yeah. So you make your way up to the inn and you open up the familiar door, and in basically, in front of you is this familiar scene with the same people that you expect to see there, and you make your way in. The heroes of the hour returning back to the small Fandalen.
I billow my cape
What a
numerous
perfect
times.
opportunity. Does anybody else billow their capes?
Uh,
No, me and Snow Angel do like a little prancing dance.
Nice.
Nimbus will just make sure everyone gets a good look at his armor.
Everybody's happy to see you.
Hey, like, how has everyone been? We wish that things have been well in this town while we've been away. We have so much to tell.
So many stories. Augustus can hardly wait to get started.
I brandished the sword.
And with this sword, we shall slay that dragon.
Has been
Everybody,
used to slay dragons before, and it will be used again.
they cheer. 3 cheers for the Dragon Guard.
Ooh, I
Dragon
like
Guard.
that.
Mm,
Dragon Guard.
aren't we special?
Nimbus is like trying to think of, or not Nimbus. Nimbus is thinking about clouds. Um, Augustus is thinking of words that rhyme with Dragon Guard.
All right.
Guard,
Is he thinking hard?
hard, hard,
Is that his brain crackling?
He's such a card.
bard, bard.
So, unfortunately, there was no combat again this time. It seems that we had some rather dull points to get through, but
There was an aggressive dice battle.
there was an aggressive dice battle. That was kind of fun, actually. The gambling
Yeah.
that worked out really well. So
I'd
I
rather
would
gamble.
still be gambling.
I'm
We
gonna
know.
I'm gonna probably leave it there, but I'm just gonna stop the stream here.